Oh, everybody, just,
That was quick.
Yeah, Jennifer.
We'll find out in the morning.
is it working? Volume and everything?
Yeah, volume's up, that's working.
Okay. I know we had troubles before.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna call this town board meeting to order. The fire exits are outside of that door at both ends of the hall. There's a defibrillator across the hall if one is needed. We will start with the pledge of allegiance to the flag and a moment of silence for all deceased residents of Hingham.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next will be the invocation. We don't have any pastor tonight, but I found a little prayer that I think would fit for the meeting, so I'm gonna read that off. So, loving and gracious God, you are indeed the giver of all good gifts, and we come together this day to seek your wisdom, guidance, courage, and strength. Be with us in our deliberations and help us to be wise in the decisions we make for the town of Hamlin and the good of all those who have placed their trust and confidence in our leadership. Give us insight to lead with integrity, that our decisions may reflect what is right and good. Keep us from short-sightedness. Help us to make decisions that strive to be for the good of all while guarding us from blind self-interest. Finally, dear Lord, grant us the humility to always seek your will in all that we do and say. All glory be to you, loving God, now and forever. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Okay, would our clerk please call the roll?
Truba,
Here.
Wright,
Here.
Volkel,
Excuse.
Hughes,
Yes.
Jaeger,
Yes.
Buzz.
Here. All right, this will be a time for the public forum. As there is nobody in the audience, there's nobody to ask to see if they want to speak, so we will conclude this public forum. Requesting town board resolution to approve the regular town board meeting minutes of July 8th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Truba,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Jaeger,
Yes.
Buzz.
Abstain. Requesting town board resolution to approve the payment of bills from their respective funds.
So moved.
Second.
Truba,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Jaeger,
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes. All right. Whereas Hamlin Town Court wishes to apply for a JCAP grant, and whereas the Hamlin Town Board must pass a resolution authorizing such actions, then be it resolved that the Board of the Town of Hamlin authorizes the Hamlin Town Court to apply for a JCAP grant in the 2024-25 grant cycle up to $30,000.
They do it.
I have not heard what they're asking the grant for, but it's just that they want to be able to ask a grant. I don't know if they're going to do anything with air conditioning or what. He didn't tell me that.
So moved.
Second.
Truba,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Jaeger,
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to render a decision on climbing pegs in picture of dish antenna on Verizon cell tower at 158 Cook Road. We had a conference call next week with our company that watches cell towers for us, checks on them and everything, and with the cell tower people, and Dish Network. Dish Network wants to co-locate a tower, or an antenna, I'm sorry, on the tower, on the Verizon tower at 158 Cook Road. There was arguing going on, some discussion. And so I went and said, we got a town board meeting, we'll vote on it then, coming up. The one thing is a photo. CMS, who is our company that we're doing, wants a photo. They said that the picture wasn't good enough. So I actually have a photo of Dish Network on a tower here in Hamlin, right down at 91 Railroad Ave. So you have photos of the tower down there. This is not the same tower. This one's a monopole, that one. But that bottom, the top antennas are Verizon. The lower is what Dish Network will look like down in the other tower also. So it's that lower thing of
Oh, okay.
antennas,
Who's asking for the photo?
CMS, the company we have. You have, and if you want time to read stuff, I mean, there is stuff from American Tower and stuff saying that they don't agree with what they're being asked to do. But at least for the actual photo, we have one. We were gonna tell them, just give me one after you put it up on the tower, and then we'll give you your CFC then. Well, I looked down at our own tower, and there's one up there already, so there's a photo. That one is handled, that complaint. Next complaint, the climbing pegs. I gave you all a one-sheet thing from CMS. They are afraid of kids climbing in over the 6-foot fence, over the barbed wire, getting up and climbing on top of, if you look at your picture, probably the last picture shows it the best. Our building inspector went down, took some photos for us. There's that little thing in between the tower and the platform there, I mean, and that platform is probably 8-9 feet, so they gotta climb up that first. That's a snow bridge. Those are the wires going to the tower, ice brick, whatever you call it. Ice and snow falls off the tower. That's just a metal platform to protect those wires. They're saying that a kid can climb up over the fence, over the barbed wire, then climb up over on top of the roof, go across that ice bridge, and you'll see the pegs are located to where, if you're on the ice bridge, you can climb the tower. I don't know. There's also a thing right next to there too that holds the wires. You can almost climb that. But that's gonna be there for the wires. That holds the wires to go up the tower. What CMS is saying is they want at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 of those pegs taken out of there, at least 10 feet above that ice bridge. You got that picture?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay.
And the pegs are
For them, for the service people to climb,
fine.
it's probably doesn't show up in this picture very well. There's also a climbing cable on the leg of the tower. I don't know if it shows it in there. It shows on one of the other pictures. See that cable? They tie off to that cable.
Right.
To go up there also.
Yeah, I see it.
So that's the leg that they go up, then they tie their safety harness onto that cable.
So then we would have to pay for that.
No, they gotta do it themselves. They can't put the antenna up unless,
So.
the only thing is this tower has been
Someone's
up.
trespassing over barbed wire,
Yes.
they're trespassing, and I would think the liability is already removed.
For the sign, this is no trespassing.
Unless they got a good
Yes.
record.
No, they've done everything to prevent. They've got the point fence, they've got the barbed wire, they've got signs. The negligence is on the people who climb over the
Yeah,
barbed wire.
you know,
Yeah.
it sounds pretty redundant.
But it's also Dish Network is just co-locating in this tower.
Right. And this
It's
tower's,
not their tower. It's a Verizon tower.
And the tower's been there for how long?
it's been there for at least 3 years.
At least 3 years, I'm not sure. I think they started building it in 2018. And they probably got done like a year or so later. But anyway, so the town and CMS already okayed this tower,
Right.
the way that you see
That's
it,
it,
as is.
right, so why?
So this tower, for Verizon to work to start this tower up and working, has already been okayed
Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
by us and CMS.
I'm fine with it, leaving it the way it is.
That's right, I don't know how you force Dish Network to all of a sudden pull the pegs out and they're just locating.
Well, Dish Network would actually have to force Verizon.
They would have to force Verizon
Right.
too, so they can put their antennas up.
Right, it's not to do it us, I don't think we have, I think we do that thing.
It's our decision. It is the town board decision. It's not, we hire CMS to look at stuff. But
Right.
this town board has a final say. I'm just
I
giving
mean,
you
it's
all.
made, it's not like it's out in the open, you've got to climb a barbed wire fence.
So it's, so when do we go, so we're just making a resolution on the decisions, we're saying keep, well, let's say we vote, we just say keep it as it is, and that's how it's gonna, right? I mean,
Yeah, we're not
We already
going
voted on it. We
to,
already did all this.
we have a picture of a tower, and I'll say resolution here, but. I mean, you do, this is like, say that one page sentence from the security. And that one sheet that you guys all got is the main thing. We got a picture, so that's not even, they wanted them to change the color of the antennas at one time. I said, no, there's white antennas up there now. They don't have to paint them gray. Oh, they wanted them gray, we're gonna put the antennas up because they were gray. I said, Verizon already has white ones up there.
What difference does it make in hours?
I think it's really,
I don't know.
Just asking.
This is what now it's almost an hour-long discussion that I'll never get back.
I think it's,
No, I think we've pretty much satisfied security concerns with a 6-foot chain link fence and barbed wire, and, it seems like it's redundant to keep. I don't see what the point is. My own opinion.
so what's the resolution?
Requesting town board resolution to accept the picture of the Dish Network, the picture of Dish Network on another tower, and to leave the pegs on the Verizon tower where they are, not requesting them to be, anymore to be removed. And I'll write that up if you want it for tomorrow.
So moved.
Second.
Robert,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Jaeger,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes. That was it. We got two other towers we're still fighting that. Okay. This next one is a retirement thing for Bernard Meyer. It is, and I don't know, I mean, Penny Joe has the paperwork for it. the town clerk
Yeah,
does.
Darlene brought this to me, for BJ's retirement. It's just his, like, for anybody that's in the retirement system as an elected official or appointed official, they have to do their hours and report their hours. So she has to, the town has to accept it, and then it has to get posted for 30 days. I have to sign it, so that's basically what she said we
It's a
did.
requirement of the
New
Retirement.
York State retirement, yeah.
So I really don't even know if we need a resolution, but we can requesting town board resolution to I would say accept, acknowledge or accept the, what is it called?
Standard workday and reporting resolution for elected and appointed officials.
For Bernard J.
Yeah, the Fort Bernard James Meyer, right? Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Robert,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Jaeger,
Yes.
Todd.
Yes. It was brought up. I don't think we need a resolution for this. I have a note that say we could approve the donation of a hymn history book to Life Solutions.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
We don't need a resolution for that, just as a town board
I just
here.
wanted officials so I can
That's
put it
fine.
in the system.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't need a resolution, we can just,
Okay.
we're on our team and the board can just sit there.
Okay.
We're all fine with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And so we'll move on to discussion. Does anybody have anything they want to discuss at this time?
I've got, the town court is, we are getting estimates for maintenance on the AC. I did have one in my mailbox. I was a little unsure whether there's some work, the work that had already been done, but there's a company saying there's more work to be done. And Paul said they're working on getting another estimate, so we're just gonna wait till we have all of them. I should have that by next week.
Is it not working at all? or-
They had some work done to it, but
It wasn't working back when it was 90
Yeah.
degrees,
Yeah.
it wasn't, and then a guy came in the very next day. Company came in,
they got it fixed, but they're looking for like a maintenance contract here.
Oh, gotcha.
Make sure it's maintained.
There was a little circuit board or something that broke down.
So I have more information on
I have a question. So we used to have you know, we had the signs that no solicitation allowed in the town.
Yes.
Now there's another sign, I noticed the other day, my vice said, peddlers permit required. If we're not allowing solicitation, why would we allow, why would we need a peddler's permit?
It's in your town code.
Yeah, because so many, I don't know if you've gotten anything, but there's been a lot of people around.
Well, it is recently, and that's why I'm wondering, this Orkin thing is, like, I don't know, everybody know, like, so they showed up at my house one recently and said, oh, we're here to
Do they have a
do.
public permit?
No.
They
Got a nice letter I can
showed up.
send them.
Showed up at my house and
That's
said, we're
like
here,
the
no, but
candidates
how they
too.
did it, they show up and say, we're here to do your lawn. I said, no, I don't have Orkin, and so she looks confused, and, but then I saw, like, on the Facebook news feed, these people are showing up at different people's houses, and I think, but it's almost like they're trying to, oh, go ahead and get signed a contract. It was just a weird
Mhm.
kind of thing, but lately today, I noticed there's a lot of working trucks hanging out in Hamlin, and I don't know if it's some kind of
Slaps
scam or.
exterminating.
I wasn't, it wasn't brought up to me, but usually people let me know who's around.
It's
Yeah.
working.
I've called Terminex and, I'm happy who the other company was, but
The-
Fox
the-
Patch
the,
was a bad one for a while.
We, oh my God, what was the name of that company, the guy ran down Greenway?
I
Why are
don't
they
know.
showing up?
I go, you got your
I said,
peddler's
"Did you
permit?
call?"
And he goes, oh yeah, I got everything. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you don't. I said, let me go make a phone call. And, then I look out the window and he's like running down the driveway.
But didn't we, but we don't have, like, you're not supposed, like, this town, there's no solicitation, right? So they shouldn't be, like, coming to your door and knocking and,
But I don't think the regular people know, you know, like, that they
Is
have
there
to have a
a
peddler's.
no solicitation? I don't pay attention.
over on West Wall Road.
I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
the
That's all.
ordinance says no, peddler's
Or permit,
permit.
that's a requirement.
There could be old signs from years
Yeah.
ago that we haven't
But you
taken down.
can if you have a peddler's permit, yes.
Right.
And I do let the town clerks know that, if we only have one peddler's permit out right now, and that is for renewal by Anderson. They followed all the rules, they didn't a few years ago, so I was not going to give them another one, but this time they did, and they're the only one that we have.
Do you have to have that? Do we have to have,
Peddler's permit?
Yeah.
no, do we have to even allow for, is there towns that you just can't do that? Like, you can't go knocking on people's
I
doors?
think it's our town,
It's in the town code that
You
you
have to
can
change
do
the
it,
town
you
code,
have to
right.
change the town code.
and I think.
Most towns don't allow it.
Just, I mean, if you have older people, as people are aging out, you know, I think they can take advantage of it.
Mhm. Usually once I tell them over the phone what the fees are per person and what they have to provide, they don't follow it.
The orchid is, wow, I don't know, they're making it look like they're at your house by mistake, but it's just, it's kind of, it's happening too much.
Said that's kind of fishy.
Yeah.
Mhm. People don't want to open their doors. I wouldn't want anyone at my house.
And nobody wants to open their doors for anything, like, you know,
You don't know it.
especially when my dog goes after the door.
Yeah, my dog, yeah, my dog.
You won't hurt a fly, but they don't know that.
We can look into that.
Keeps
He
it
just
quiet.
told
Well, you should never tell, that killer dog, that one that bit off his lady.
Yeah, that one, I remember.
Yeah, that one, yeah, don't go by Rick's house.
Is there any other discussion?
I had, one guy for an estimate for the basement, he noticed that the humidifier down there was set at the wrong setting, so he lowered it. He suggested to get a bigger unit, and to get an air scrubber, you know, a little bit bigger of a dehumidifier, probably $500-600, and then an air scrubber, $200, around there. Suggested a different location, but we have another one tomorrow and one on Friday, so we'll see how all that goes.
Gross, yeah.
Yeah, air purifier basically is what it is. So, that's
Plus
all.
it moves air. It just stale down there.
Oh.
It needs air movement.
There's mold growing on the books.
That's pretty.
It's been on that year
Yeah.
too, so.
Yeah.
And I also checked into the paper and asked if they had a buyer yet. No buyer yet, just FYI on that, for the West Side News.
Oh,
Somebody told me that they said it was bought.
And this was like a week ago.
Yeah, it was
I
a
think
week ago
when
I
I
talked to them, they
inquired.
said that they were, no, it was a week ago I talked to them, they said, yeah, it was bought.
Okay.
But that could all be hearsay. We don't know.
I asked one of the writers there,
So they would know better,
yeah.
yeah. All right. Anybody else? No, right?
you're over.
I'm all good, so I just make sure we get, anybody here to
Mike, are you gonna, where are we at with the steps?
We are at demolition on Monday morning. We were gonna do it this week, but and Steve reminded me you have the Sandy Creek shootout over here this weekend, the junk jamboree over there this weekend. How about we don't tear the town hall apart? Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Councilperson.
Barring no further business, I make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?